Immediately following the attack, President Trump took to Twitter condemning London Mayor Sadiq Khan for his political correctness in response to the terror attack.
Yeah, here to weigh in on that is Jim Hansen. He is the president of the Security Studies Group. He has also led counterterrorism operations in the Army Special Forces. Jim, thanks so much for being on today.
Good morning.
Let's start off. President Trump wrote out that tweet saying that giving the mayor some giving a bad time about saying that you shouldn't be alarmed. That might have been taken out of context. But this is also a mayor that said that terror attacks are part of living in a major city. What do you have to say to the way he's handling this so far?
I think it was probably a mistake to make the tweet about the being alarmed statement. However, Mayor Khan has had some very sketchy connections in the past. He was a member of the Muslim Council of Britain. He publicly supported Yusuf al-Qaradawi, who is a Muslim Brotherhood leader, who has said some horrific things about suicide bombings, about oppression of women, about any number of other things. So supporting a guy who said those awful things and being a member of an organization like that. In addition, he also said that the July 7th, 2007 bombings, where 52 Londoners died, were caused by British foreign policy. So I think if the president sticks to legitimate criticisms of Mayor Khan, perhaps he can push him in the right direction.
Well, speaking of things that Khan has said that's gotten people a little heated, if you will, listen to this. This was a tweet that was just sent out. I think maybe it was Saturday or Friday before the massacre. This is a tweet. It says, "Climate change remains one of the biggest risks to humanity. Now more than ever, world leaders must recognize and act on this threat." Really?
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think so. I think climate change is obviously an issue. It is hardly the national security issue of the day. And I think if Mayor Khan would spend a little bit more time looking at the jihadists in the midst of London, rather than worrying about that, he might be doing his fellow citizens a better service.
There's been a little bit of chatter, and I know there was one question on MSNBC that was asked in regards to the thinking that President Trump may want terrorist attacks to happen because it works towards his agenda. But I think you could also say that many on the left are trying to deny that they occur. What are your thoughts there?
That's kind of an obscene thing, but it's unsurprising from the fever swamps of MSNBC. The president is trying to keep the world safe, and he's trying to implement policies that will keep us all safe. So when you've got liberal activist judges substituting their judgment for his about national security, they've subverted the proper role of the separation of powers in the Constitution. Hopefully, as Griff Jenkins' report said, the Supreme Court is taking up the president's travel ban. They should overturn those halts to that travel ban, and now we can stop people coming here who don't share our values.
Yeah, I imagine that travel ban is going to be big, especially in the next week, talking about what it could save and how it could save us here in the U.S. from any potential terrorist attacks. Thank you so much, Jim. We'll have you in the next half hour.
Yeah.